Well, hello everybody, Mark Anthony here. I'm on the backside of the Strip. Actually, I'm on Koval. This is a busy side street here off of the Strip. When I first moved to Las Vegas, 2001, I was a chauffeur for the first five years. And we had a variety of ways of making money. And so today I'm going to show you where my number one moneymaker was. Besides the kickbacks and things like that, my moneymaker as far as people paying me to ride in my limo, I'm going to show you what I called my bank. I am Mark Anthony. I am the Vegas tourist, and like I said, I am on the backside of the Strip. The scenery behind me looks totally different than it did back in 2001. All right. Right here, I'm going to show you Ice nightclub. This was actually one of the very first reality shows. It was on MTV. It was a really hot nightclub, quote unquote. They pretended to show you the inner workings of a Vegas nightclub, and it was very, very popular. Yeah, let's just put it that way. All right. Back out on the Strip, you know, we didn't have the Cosmopolitan. We didn't have Aria and all that. That strip right there was basically convenience stores, tourist shops, things like that. You had the Bellagio and you had the Jockey Club, okay? And people would come out. Now, as a good example, you know, they would come out of the Bellagio and they wanted to go to Hard Rock. Now at that time, the Hard Rock was the hottest nightclub on earth, all right? It's where all the celebrities hang out, all the MTV stars hung out, you know, concerts were there, everything, all right? So as an example, a well-dressed couple would come out of the Bellagio. They would go to the Bellman and go, "Where's the Hard Rock? We want to, you know, we're dressed to the nines. We want to go where we can be seen and you know, rub elbows with famous people." And they'd point them out, go, "Okay, go down to the Strip, hang a right, stoplight, hang a left, and it is 3 blocks on the left-hand side." And you know, ladies, as a chauffeur, I always try to convince the women, don't come here wearing high heels, please, all right? Anyway, so they'd walk out to the Strip, go down to the light, hang a left, and they'd start to walk. Well, 3 blocks in any other town are pretty short. Here in Vegas, 3 blocks is almost, you know, well, it is. It's a mile, all right? We have really long blocks. And of course, you know, the women bought their outfits specifically for Vegas. They had bought brand new high heels specifically for Vegas, never wore them, never broke them in. This is their first time wearing them. So they come down Harmon. Now, Harmon Boulevard here, back then we didn't have Lyft and we didn't have Uber. You had taxi cabs and you had limousines. And the taxi cabs needed to make bank. And I'll get into that in a different video. But they had to make as much money as they possibly could. So they'd come out of the airport, they would pick somebody up at the airport, come out, go straight down Harmon to the Strip, drop off, pick somebody else up, go straight down Harmon. And there's 2 reasons for what I'm about to explain. They would never stop along Harmon because it was illegal by state law and regulations. They could only pick up and drop off at designated spots, so they couldn't pick up somebody just randomly off the street. Second of all, they were too focused on making money, making the required bank. So they'd pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off. All right. So you got Harmon here, and husband and wife, 30-ish, all dressed up. They're heading for the Hard Rock. One block down, her heel breaks. They fall. They're tired, whatever. They would drop at this corner right here. And the boyfriend, husband, whatever, was doing the gentlemanly thing. He was trying to flag down a cab. Couldn't do it because cabs were not going to stop there. So, it's 11 o'clock at night. They don't know what's out here. Along comes Mark in his limousine. I can stop. It's called floating. I'd pull over, they'd jump in, and they would literally throw me their credit card. Now, as a chauffeur, we had flat rates. When I picked you up and I'd drop you off, minimum was either $35 or $55. They'd throw me their American Express and just take me to the Hard Rock. Okay, cool. I would go down, and it'd be so funny because I'd hear it all the way down. That bellman told me that it was only 3 blocks. He lied. I'm like, sir, ma'am, he did not lie. It is 3 blocks. It's 3 Vegas blocks. No cab stop. They can't. They aren't allowed. Okay. So that was it. They would sign the credit card slip. They'd add the 20%, 30%, whatever, or they would just throw me a $100 bill. Okay, for that little 3 blocks. So that became my bank on weekends, and it'd be really, really funny because none of my other chauffeuring guys caught on. When ICE was doing their thing and they had big events there, now that I'm not doing it anymore, I can say this, we'd pull in, somebody go, how much to the MGM? $50. Here's 100, take me, cool, all right. Well, when we moved, we'd have to call in and tell our boss or our dispatch, where are we going? So across the street here is a timeshare condominium, and it's Marie Antoinette. And so I'd call in Marie Antoinette to MGM, Marie Antoinette to wherever, and it'd be so funny because the rest of my guys were parked at the Bellagio or wherever, and they could not figure out why I was pulling all these people out of this old timeshare condominium. Those are retired people, but they never caught on that across the street was ICE, the nightclub. I wasn't going to tell them that I'm getting these rides out of here. I wasn't going to share the wealth. I'm not a Democrat, but it would just be so funny when it was dead on the strip for me, or I needed to make some really fast cash. This was my corner. This is where I would make bank. This is where I would, literally, between the kickbacks from the in-room entertainers and this corner here, I pay my rent on one Saturday night. Those are the good days here in Vegas. I would literally make bank. I would literally make enough money to pay my rent in one night on that corner right there. Across the street was the MGM's what was left of the MGM amusement park. Now it is the Signature Towers. So yeah, it was. This is the corner I made bank on. And it's so funny because every time I drive by here, that's what I think about. So I just had to tell you that story. I'm Mark Anthony, The Vegas Tourist. More information can be found on the website, thevegastourist.com. Your comments and your questions down below, and I will catch you all next time.